This guy's kind of a pussy. Very good thing there is not an eye tracker in this video. Gentlemen, welcome back to Bass Zeus. This is Benjamin Seda, aka Bass Zeus's manager, Bass Zeus's business partner, co-founder of Bass Zeus. Today, we are going to be reacting to TikTok dating advice. Now, as we know, Zeus is the king, the god of all dating advice on YouTube and all over the world. So I don't have my hopes up too high on whether or not this is going to be super great coming from TikTok, because we all know TikTok is TikTok just ain't it. Let's just leave it at that, you know? So I'm going to tell you guys whether or not the advice in these TikToks is bullshit, whether it's good, and I will lead you, I will pull you from being led astray, and I will pull you down the right path. The path of ascending to godhood. And if you'd like to ascend to godhood, our newest program, the Based Brotherhood, is actually launching right now. If you click the first link in the description, you can go check that out and you'll get a free 7-day trial. You don't have to pay anything. Free 7-day trial. You get 1 week of free coaching with me, as well as a ton of other stuff. So yes, you can come and ask me your personal dating questions. We'll get to that at the end, but it is free. It is our most affordable program. It is super, super cheap. We almost didn't want to charge this little for it, and we're also giving away a 7-day free trial for it. So if you want to go check that out, first link in the description, but don't go yet because we're about to react to some pretty bad dating advice TikTok. So let's do it. So these beautiful ladies with big eyes, big beautiful eyes, are going to tell us what is the ideal man. Let's see if they're right.
Super secure with himself, and his main focus isn't just finding pussy and or even just finding a relationship. Like if he's just kind of,
it's a very good thing there is not an eye tracker in this video, because you would not want to be tracking my eyes right now.
Living his best life, working on himself, a good person overall, like fun to be around, fun to hang with. I feel like to me that's more attractive than somebody who's either super hard to get or super easy. Like I feel like he needs to be very like balanced and have a good head on his shoulders, and then I'll want him.
You see, she's right, but this isn't particularly insightful. No girl wants to date a guy whose full-time job is chasing girls around and just starving for pussy all the time, which is what she was saying, because it feels desperate. But she also was saying is she doesn't want someone who plays too hard to get. Now, the idea behind why she likely says she doesn't want someone who plays too hard to get, she kind of does. Obviously, every attractive girl wants a guy who to a certain extent plays hard to get, but I wouldn't say it's playing hard to get. It's about having standards, and this is what she's talking about. She doesn't want a guy who is just throwing himself at every woman, who's desperate for pussy, who's chasing girls around 24/7, and that's his full-time job. She says she wants a guy who has a head on his shoulder, who's very well balanced, has a lot of things going for him. She's essentially describing a high-value man, and a high-value man isn't spending 24/7 chasing women around all the time. He may do so after he's established an awesome, amazing life for himself. He's rich, you know, he has his life set up, and everything is going great for him, but he is not chasing women around 24/7 and has nothing else going for him, because then it's like, okay, what is your personality? What value do you provide aside from trying to take value from me in the form of a hot girl? It's being authentic. You're saying, hey, you know, I'm only willing to date or hook up with girls who fit XYZ criteria. You know, if we vibe, if there's a good fit. If it's not, then, you know, see you later. I'll just find another girl, because it signals an abundance. So that's really what she's trying to say. So this is decent. This isn't super insightful, but, you know, it is what it is. This is TikTok. What do we expect? Next TikTok.
Say there's a woman in a room with 10 men, and all 10 men are telling her how beautiful she is and how amazing she is, and they're lighting her cigarette and buying her drinks and just treating her like gold. Then, all of a sudden, in walks the 11th man. He takes one look at her and says, hey, how you doing? Turns his back on her and starts talking to his boys. That's the guy she wants to be with, the 11th man. Not any of the 10 men who were treating her well all night, but the one guy who couldn't care less. Why? Because for some reason, women don't want nice. They don't want real. They don't want to be treated well. I mean, not at first, and sometimes not ever. And I think that's crazy. And I refuse to play that game.
This is just cope, man. This is major cope. Like, this dude is just drinking himself a big old glass of cope. I mean, the guy's, I think it's from a movie. There's no way this is like a real thing. It's just a clip from a movie. This guy's kind of a pussy. I'm sorry, his character's kind of a pussy, you know. I'm just gonna speak facts. He's saying, oh, well, 10 guys treat her nice, and then one guy doesn't even treat her bad. He just says hi and then ignores her. She wants that guy. This is a gross oversimplification of what builds attraction. This is what nice guys fail to understand. Being nice is not value. Anybody can be nice. Being nice and having value is great, but most nice guys lack value to begin with, so to make up for that value, to cope for the fact that they don't have value, they try to be nice. They try not to mess anything up because they're in a place of scarcity and desperation and trying to get women to like them. Because they don't have value, so they don't have women liking them, so they try being nice, they try to avoid all conflict, and they end up being huge pussies that no one wants to date because there's nothing interesting about them, and they don't provide any value to the woman in terms of being flirtatious, having good charisma or conversation skills, having their looks and physical appearance maxed out. You don't see many nice guys who are six packs and jacked and, you know, have dialed in their physical appearance to the max. Of course not. You don't see nice guys with great conversational game, with great charisma. All things you can do to yourself. You can max these out. These aren't genetic. If you're a nice guy, there's the spiel. There's like 10 videos on this on Zeus. So we've beat this to death. Let's move on to the next TikTok. So in this TikTok, we are going to learn how to approach women.
First step doesn't involve too much talking. You keep it simple. You make eye contact. Look at her. She's not looking at you. You walk by subtly. Make sure you got a good fragrance on. Come back. Say, excuse me. Look at her again. Y'all make eye contact. She's possibly considering it. If y'all don't, she starts talking to her friends, abort mission, because you are going to be the topic of discussion. Just leave. This one involves you doing a little more talking. Just accidentally bump into her. Boom. Oh, excuse me. Wow, you are gorgeous. What's your name? Okay, all right. You have a good night. Boom. Keep it simple. Give a compliment. Get out. That'll stay on her mind too. Number 3 is for those assassins that just going straight for the slay. You go ahead and give her a compliment. Excuse me, I'm not trying to bother you or anything like that. I'm not even trying to hit on you. I just want to give you a compliment. Let you know you are absolutely beautiful. What's your name? All right, cool. You see me around, speak a little more. You have a good night. And then you walk off. Fellas, do it. They will eat that shit alive. They love polite men.
This is kind of whack. This is the dating advice you would see in like a corny movie and shit that doesn't actually work. I'm sure this guy has never had success with any of these because they simply just don't work. The first one of subtly walking by and saying, excuse me, what happens there? Is she just gonna, you know, throw herself at you? Is she just gonna take all her clothes off and go ask to have sex with you in the bathroom? I don't understand how not approaching or intentionally bumping into the girl and saying excuse me is going to lead anywhere. Instead of playing these weird, honestly really weird antisocial, socially uncalibrated games, you could just approach directly. And then at the end when he suggests going up and saying I'm not trying to hit on you, I'm not trying to be weird, but I just wanted to give you this straight compliment, it's a total lie because the whole context of what he's saying is how to actually approach girls that you're trying to hit on in the club. So one, it's insincere. So if you say this and then you go and you talk to her again later and you're hitting on her, it's like, okay, this guy, the first thing this guy did to me was lie to me. He's being insincere, he's gaming me, and it's gonna put her guard and her defenses up. You're much better off just approaching directly, saying, excuse me, hey, what's your name? I wanted to come meet you. Or I saw you from over there, I wanted to come meet you. Literally anything else, any approach that is direct and straight to the point like that, where you're making your intention somewhat clear, is a lot better than this sort of weird behavior that's gonna not lead anywhere and only probably works in movies. So in this TikTok, we're about to learn how to get friends with benefits on Tinder.
Want to play Legos at my house? I hope you really have Legos when I come over. LOL. All right, so she's already laughing within one message. It's a pretty good sign, boys. So I had to tease her a little bit. I was like, absolutely no cuddles until we finish a complete set. She's like, ooh, cuddles? Legos? I don't know if I'll be able to complete a set now that you mentioned cuddles. And I was like, I mean, if you're a good little spoon, I might be tempted. I mean, is there really such thing as a bad little spoon? I mean, there's only one way to find out. Winky face. The small talk's going really well, super playful, so had to check her intentions. I was like, you're cute, what are you looking for on here? She's like, I'm not really looking for anything serious.
He did move the conversation really fast. He got off the subject relatively quickly and he moved over to saying there's only one way to find out. So he's seeding a date already, which is great. And then he goes, what are you looking for on here? So he's already creating a man to woman flirtatious romantic attraction building frame from here, saying what are you looking for, what kind of guys are you into, you know? So then he can talk about what he's looking for and they can sort of already, the premise of the conversation is set in stone. The building blocks foundation is I'm looking for something sexual, romantic, etc. And it's not, you know, a very friendly, nice bullshit frame.
Yes, right now, but I'm also not opposed to whatever may happen. What about you? And I was like, hot girl summer's in full effect, eh? I'm not looking for something serious either, but I'm not really into one night stands, just keeping things fun and going with the flow. She says, perfect, just what I was looking for. And just like that, boys, got her number, and that is how you get a friends with benefits on Tinder. Thank you so much for your pickup line, buddy. If you guys want to see me use your pickup line in the next video, make sure you drop it in the...
I see. I'm sorry. I take it back, Mr. Cringe Daddy. Okay, he was using pickup lines and making them work. Okay, that's actually decent content. Okay, I take it back. I see why he was using the cringy pickup line from the beginning. He actually did something really, really good there. So she told him exactly what she was looking for, and he responded essentially saying he's looking for the same thing, just in different words and in a way that was playful, made her feel comfortable and at ease, because he essentially handled any potential objection. If he said he was just looking for something serious, you know, one night stand, never talk to anyone again, that's the opposite of what she was looking for. So by appealing to what she is looking for and by asking her first what she's looking for, he can handle the objection from there. They're like, perfect, that's exactly what I'm looking for too, or, you know, just what I was looking for. Then they can go meet up knowing comfortably that this is, you know, we'll see where this goes. This isn't a done deal yet, but we both are on the same page about what we're looking for, and that takes a lot of pressure off the woman for a date. Next TikTok.
These types of women are always single, and I'll tell you exactly why. The most attractive, most successful women have the least amount of qualified options in dating that they want to pursue, and let me tell you why. Women do not want to date down when it comes to looks, money, status, and nobody should date down in terms of those preferences if that's their prerogative. Now think about the kind of men that super successful, high-earning women will be dating. They'll be dating men who are the most attractive men, probably with the most ambition, with the most money, but they'll be dating men that have the most options with women. Guys that have the most options with women take a very long time to mature, and they don't want to settle down. If you were a man with millions, you're a man with 20 women chasing you at all times, would you want to be in a relationship? Absolutely not. So now think about it. If you're a woman who's trying to date a guy with this status and this attraction, good luck finding a guy who's going to settle down. And that is why the most successful, high-earning women have a very hard time finding a great guy to settle down with.
Everything you said was true, except the fact that it takes longer for men to mature. I don't think it's a factor of maturity. It's just the fact that if you are top 1% pinnacle high value man, of course you have all of the options. It's simple supply and demand. There are less of you than there are of attractive women. Attractive women are a dime a dozen. You find them on your Instagram page, a new one every single day. If you're on TikTok all the time, you find a new attractive woman every single day. It's so easy to find an attractive woman. But in order to find a man who's attractive from a looks, money, status perspective, is high value, has great game, is in great shape, has literally all the boxes checked. This is a top 1% or top 0.01% type of man. So of course he has a laundry list of options. So why wouldn't he exhaust all of these options? Why wouldn't he exercise all of these options? Why would he go settle down when he has every option at his fingertips? I wouldn't say it's a lack of maturity thing to, you know, once you mature, you settle down. It's simply just, no, you are the top of the food chain. Why wouldn't you take advantage of it? So I agree. This is a very good breakdown. So this TikTok is going to teach us how to pick up a female bartender. Let's see, because I do have my fair share of female bartender stories.
How to pick up a female bartender?
I would pick her up too.
From an actual bartender. Step number 1, make sure you go to the bar during non-peak hours. This is crucial. For my bar, that would be between the hours of 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Now, once she serves you, make sure to keep the conversation short, fun, and lighthearted. And even when you get to this point, you might be confused. Is she just doing her job, or is there actually a real connection here? And trust me, I know as a bartender, this can be the most confusing thing for a guy. So here's something that's worked on me and other female bartenders. So all you're gonna do is once you're ready to close out, you're gonna write your name and your phone number, that's it, on the receipt, and see if she reaches out to you. And trust me, it works. And it's not awkward if you have to go to the bar again. It doesn't put her on the spot, because most of the time we might say no, we need some time to think about it, and let me know if this works for you if you use it. Okay, bye.
This is kind of whack advice. Like, make sure you keep the conversation short, sweet, and lighthearted, comfortable. It's like, okay, this is just small talk with literally any person, any service person, whether you want to talk to them or not. I do think it's important to do it during non-peak hours, but what are you doing in a bar during non-peak hours? The benefit of going during non-peak hours is that you get more time. It's more one-on-one to a certain extent, in that it's not a crowded bar full of tons of people on top of each other. But the problem with hitting on service people is that you're a customer, and she's going to treat you like a customer. You're in the customer frame, which is a negative frame, because she has the power and the authority over you. So I do think it's probably a better idea to not put them on the spot, and to not, you know, sort of get them in trouble, because sometimes, depending on their work, it's impossible to get their number because it's against their rules or against their whatever. So leaving your phone number, honestly, maybe leaving your Instagram, if you got that Insta game going, your Instagram's all set up, you've been taking Instagame with me and Zeus, maybe you leave your Instagram at, you just put a little at, then your username. I've done that plenty of times. I've done that plenty of times when I've been out to eat or at bars, and that has certainly worked. But this is half decent advice. This is probably like a 4 or 5 out of 10. During non-peak hours, great, but who goes to a bar during non-peak hours unless you're like an alcoholic or something? And 2, leave your number or leave your Instagram on the receipt, and don't try to force anything out of it. I think that's probably a good idea, but definitely just flirt with them because it is their job to interface with customers, and if they're being annoying or if they want to go away, they literally just walk away at any point. So next TikTok.
I hate small talk on dating apps. It's just like, no. If you want to skip the small talk and have these guys actually ask you out on a date so you can meet them and see if you actually like them in person, here's what you're going to do. Okay, so you're going to go to your dating profile and you're going to find this prompt. The best way to ask me out is by... Okay, and you're going to write something like this, reword.
This is actually really good because when girls have, the best way to ask me out is by just ask me or whatever, especially on an app like Hinge, you literally just respond to it with a date proposition. You can keep it loose at first, I would say. So when are you free for me to take you out? Or you can say something like, let's do X activity this weekend or this week. I wouldn't give a specific day and time, even though that's what it says in their bio, just because if that doesn't work, it's going to look bad getting a rejection, getting a no that doesn't work, and then you're going to have to figure out the logistics from there, and it kind of just ruins the flow. So I think it's better to not have to deal with any rejection at all by offering just an activity and asking when are you free, or offering an activity and a vague time horizon, whether it's this week or this weekend. That typically works a lot better. But I do agree with her that it's much better to just get to the point, because you filter out girls who are there just for the ego boost and just to get free validation on dating apps from the girls who are actually interested in going out and meeting up. So let's see what else she has to say.
However you want. I added double date because I think it's fun. You guys, it's kind of working. Like, these guys are initiating like real dates, giving me times and places. Like, let's go. Your girl's about to go on 50 first dates. Okay, about to go on a date, dressing casual. I'll let you guys know how it goes.
All right, that was a decent TikTok. It was advice for girls, but I would say it's probably 8 out of 10 advice for women. And of course, the advice I gave you based on when you see stuff like that, because I do see prompts like that quite often. It's pretty good. So let's move on to the last and final TikTok.
If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time. You want me, I want you, baby.
Now listen, guys, this is actually real game. And you see a lot of examples on TikToks and guys be like, oh, it's just a joke. No, this is actually real game and you need to pay attention. Now, you're not going to experience this unless you actually approach girls. So if you're just a Tinder expert or you just talk to girls off social media, this isn't for you. But I mean, you could probably still encounter it. Now, this is lighthearted joking, and sometimes the guys that are not used to interacting with girls, when they see this, they take offense to it, or they, get upset. It's called a shit test, and you're supposed to roll with the punches, take it as a joke, or throw it back. For example, she says, "Oh, you're ugly." I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's why I get so many girls. It must be something about me. "Oh, you're kind of short, aren't you?" Well, I guess short guys is the trends, because I need a bat to keep them off me. Girls want to test your confidence. No.
Yeah, so this is true. His examples were decent too. This is probably the best dating advice we've seen from TikTok today, so shout out to our boy. This is definitely a shit test. A girl will be mean to you, or she will test your confidence. She will test your frame, because if a girl is going to go along with your frame, the vibe that you put down, she wants to know that you are deserving of it, because she's trading her looks, her personality, her time with you based on the frame you put down. So she wants to know if you're the real deal, if you're really about it. She wants to know that you can walk the walk. So she's going to test you. She will say, she'll call you out on something. She'll call you ugly, let's say, for that, and see how you react. Now, if you act like a bitch, like he said, you get defensive and you're like, oh, insecure, then she's going to be like, okay, this guy's bullshitting me. He's not worth the time, because he puts down this frame, but when it's really time to test it out and see, he's not really about it. So why should I spend time with a loser, a lame dude like this, when there's guys who are both set the frame from the start, can be confident and comfortable in it, and when she tests them, just act like nothing. When you get shit tested, we actually have an entire video on this we made a couple years ago. Zeus breaks this down in depth. When you get shit tested, the best way to do it is to either throw it back at her, as the gentleman suggested, or you simply act as if it doesn't bother you. So if a girl were to call you ugly, you should be like, yeah, you must have really bad taste in men then, if you're sitting here, flirting with an ugly guy. Something that keeps the vibe and the frame going and keeps it consistent with her, but also shows that you not only can keep the frame, hold the frame when she tests you, but you can also do the little conversational judo to make it interesting and fun as well. So that brings us to the end of the video. If you guys want to watch me react to more dating TikToks, let me know. Submit some to me. You can DM me on Instagram or you can leave comments here. DM me on Instagram is probably the best way to do it. So if you guys want me to react to more dating advice TikToks, or you want me to react to other dating advice on YouTube or anywhere else, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you guys want to get free 1 week of coaching with me and get access to 4 hours of content for free, check out our newest program, the Based Brotherhood. The first 7 days is free. It is a subscription program, so every single month you will get not only new content, but every single week you'll get access to live Q&A weekly coaching calls with me, where you get to come on and ask me the personal dating struggles, your personal questions, and I will help you and give you on the spot feedback and guidance. And like I said, it's a free trial. There's over 4 hours of content in there. You can see me go on a first date. You can watch a perfect first date breakdown. I break down a student date in there, and I show you how to go from low value to high value top 1% man to be able to exercise all of the options like we saw in the TikTok earlier today. So if you guys are interested in the Base Brotherhood, again, it is our most affordable or cheapest program. We almost certainly will be raising the price on the subscription in the future, but for right now, we're doing a free 1 week trial. So you sign up for the free trial, see if you like it, come on a coaching call, come get coached by me. If you like it, you like the program, stick around, keep coming to the coaching calls, and you'll get new content every single month. But like I said, it is free to try out, so go ahead, join the Base Brotherhood. It is a community of me, Zeus, and other high value men helping other men get on their high value purpose and their high value path, and getting you to the top 1% where you can have all of the options and talk to the most attractive women you know. So if you guys want to check that out, click the first link in the description. It will not be open forever. We're only going to keep it open. Sign-up's open for the first 2 weeks, so get in right now. Depending on when this video, you see this video, sign-ups may not be open still, so sign-ups are only going to be open for a few days, so make sure you sign up now. I don't think we'll be offering the free trial forever. It's just something I want to do because I know a lot of people have been struggling. 2020's over, the pandemic's starting to come to a close, but guys are still struggling financially, so we wanted to offer a free trial so you guys get a taste of it before you sign up. And again, it is our most affordable program, so I hope to see you guys in there. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon.